Café Anyway.
It's Mike's Daily Podcast.
So it kind of sucks for me because I'm bald and I have a cat. And anytime a bald guy has a cat, it's
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Dr. Evil, or what was his name? Blowzan something? Blowzan Bar? I don't remember that back far with the 007 movies. He was a villain and nobody liked him, and it was groovy because it was back in the day with Ian Fleming and all those.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
But you might be saying, Mike, I don't know what you're talking about. It's episode 2800
Mike's
and 45.
Daily
2845.
Podcast.
Wasn't the picture really cool?
Yeah.
With the last podcast picture, it was that really cool scene from the forest. Oh, that was a place called Applejack's in La Honda, California. It's up in the mountains there between roughly, let's see, would that be San Mateo or San Carlos near the bay, in the peninsula? Between that and the Pacific Ocean, there are these beautiful mountain roads and this beautiful old-timey place. The wooden floor is all creaky, and then there's a creek outside, so it's a creaky floor and a creaky creek outside, and you can get some of the best local beer there and go outside and enjoy the beautiful scenery. And I didn't have to contend with many Harley Davidson riders that day, or Hells Angels or anything, so that was good. Not that all Harley Davidson riders are Hells Angels, but still, it was a very mellow atmosphere. And I think dogs are welcome, because there were some dog beds here and there. Maybe the bartender owned the bartender had something on his shirt that I cannot repeat on this podcast, since this podcast, for the most part, is family friendly and clean, and I don't say bad words. Oh, my lovely lady friend is back. I'm doing a podcast. She was with me on that fun trip there.
And here's today's podcast picture.
It's another picture from the wonderful trip we took recently in the mountains above Half Moon Bay near the Pacific Ocean and all that. See it at mikesdailypodcast.com. And did you know that there's a new AI Siri with the new Apple stuff? Apple's coming out with all their new things. It's last week. The late great Basil the Boxer. He would eat an apple every now and then. I have a lot of apples that are going to be growing in my backyard. They're already starting to grow. And occasionally he would get one and he would eat it. And it'd only be if I threw it to him. And he'd catch it and then he'd eat it. And I don't know if that was healthy for him or whatever, but... So AI Siri will respond to both voice and text prompts. That doesn't sound too... I mean, you can do the same thing now if you have one of those Google Chrome droid thingies, and you just, I guess, open up Bing or the Microsoft Edge app. Now, it doesn't really move that quickly. I try to open the app, and sometimes it takes a while. It's the spinning wheel of death on my phone waiting to open. But AI Siri will respond to both voice and text prompts. The enhanced digital assistant...
This show is clean.
See, just like I said. The enhanced digital assistant will use AI to navigate through all Apple-powered apps on your device. Now, the Samsung phones have something called Bixby. And they even got a button that you press, and the Bixby is supposed to turn on, and it's supposed to listen to you. And when you ask it for something, it's supposed to open an app up. Does not work at all. Very bad. Like a couple things that can open, but for the most part, like I try and find Mike's Daily Podcast using that Bixby app, and it gets all lost, and it wants to play that preacher that does the Mike Daily Bible verse. And there's a bodybuilder named Michael Matthews, who is not me, but he's put out a couple books. He's very famous, and looks like he's all full of enhanced. Well, he's done. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he probably has one of those diets with lots of protein And he's just got big old bulky muscles. And he lifts a lot, probably. Okay. Not saying he's getting any chemical enhancements. Hope not. But on your device, this...
Mike is on it, man.
Man go where no man has gone before.
We love it, Mike.
These Apple Power apps on your device will be activated through this new Siri Enhanced Digital Assistant. And it will also provide more information, images, and suggestions, as well as take data from one app and share it with another app. For the most part, I see, even with people here this close to Silicon Valley, people don't really use that stuff. It takes them too long to learn it. Even with Apple, and Apple spoon feeds you. Apple tries to make everything so easy you don't even have to think. But people still can't. It's too much for them.
This is Mike's Podcast Picnic.
We're enjoying a picnic here at Café Anyway, and we're eating apples. Okay, back to apples. Apple's AI features will be included in the iOS. Remember back when they were at iOS 4? Now they're at 18. The iOS 18, their operating system. The 18th one. We've come that far. The upgrade is going to be not happening till this fall. Other changes with
through that. I got into it.
You will, hopefully. We'll get through that upgrade. Other changes with the upgrade include tweaks to email functions and a privacy feature that allows users to lock specific apps to help protect sensitive information. And that's big with people not wanting to get their stuff hacked. That was a character that we were watching in this Netflix series called 3 Body Problem. And we've watched 3 episodes of that.
You are a man. Sometimes you wear stretchy pants.
No, it wasn't Nacho Libre we were watching, although I would have rather been watching that. But at one point, this guy, he's a young kid, kind of a gamer-looking dude. He's the same guy from Game of Thrones, speaking of games. Game of Thrones. He survived Game of Thrones, doesn't survive this show. He gets to the 3rd episode and he dies. Oh, spoilers. I did that wrong. I should have said spoilers first and then told you he dies. But he's all worried about being hacked and all this stuff. But then he's happy to put on this weird, what's it called? Virtual reality headset that came from Aliens or something. It's all shiny and bizarre, and he's in this virtual world and doesn't mind that his brain's being hacked and all that. Well, judging from the stock's reaction for Apple... Anyway, here at Café Anyway, somewhere in Podcastro Valley, the last place on earth, in the land of Ameritopia where we are. Judging from the stock's reaction right after that announcement, investors were unimpressed. Shares of Apple fell roughly 2% after the announcement. Not a huge amount, but it fell. Tech rivals like Samsung, Google, and Microsoft had all unveiled similar AI options. So that all came from the wonderful people at thestreet.com. But we'll see. Apple's got to do something.
People get stuck on stupid. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's true. Because otherwise people won't buy it. Remember when people used to line up around the block to buy the newest Apple stuff? And then there are people that use only Apple products, and I get it. It's easier. It's just, I don't have to think. It does all this stuff for me. And I guess there's a lot more that I could do probably if I wasn't just using Microsoft-based stuff. But who knows?
MTV News. You hear it first.
Maybe someday you'll hear it first here that Mike has gone full Apple stuff. But today, it looks like I'm not. I'm in the Microsoft world. And we are here at Café Anyway outside. The California State Board of Equalization has adopted the $154.8 billion in state-assessed property values of 321 companies within California, which include telephone, gas, and electric companies, independent power producers.
Fabagoo, things to do.
Here's a thing to do. Get on a railroad train and go somewhere on a train with the railroad. Because regulated railroads and intercounty pipelines are all part of the $154 billion that the state assessed property values. That, in other words, they're making a lot of money. The California State Board of Equalization has got a lot of money. The Board of Equalization sets the property taxes. They're the ones to blame for the amount of taxes that we pay. Thank you very much, Board of Equalization. So they're going to generate $154 billion with all the taxing that they're doing. That's according to this email I got from them. That's so wonderful. I'm so depressed. Look who's here. Hello, Madame Rootabega. Let's have very interesting. I feel like we've done this before, and maybe the recording stopped, and somehow we got delayed. But did that happen? Yes. Do you think we talked about something else beforehand, before this recording? Yes. Do you think
you will travel into the incredible universe?
We will travel into the incredible universe? No. Oh, that's too bad. Look who else is here. Hello there, Mike. This is Valentino, the parking attendant.
And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that?
Hey, you guys switched it around. You guys flipped it. That's crazy. You flipped the characters. Come on, do it the right way.
Okay, hello there, Mike. This is Valentino, the parking attendant.
And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that? Wow, guys, that's great. You did some acting there. That was very impressive. Okay. Well, magnification. We're not going to magnificate. We're going to just end this show right here. And you can call in and tell me what you think about anything we covered today. Here's the number to call.
Call Mike at the Café Anyway hotline. Area code 510-228-4640.
The Royal Trump tweet decree.
So does he actually do any Royal Trump tweet decrees anymore? Because he's got the Truth Social, which was his way of going na to Twitter before Elon took it and called it X. Does he still even do any Xing? Or is he all Truth Socialing? Who knows? I don't really follow that, but okay. But you can follow me at Mike Talks on X. And there are other ways to reach me. All those ways, we go to the mainframe and hear from A-Frame. And thank you for listening to the show.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye.